What is up, YouTube? LazeeLlama here, and here we are with a new game to the channel called Antimatter Dimensions. It looks like it's a text-based kind of style game that's been requested over, honestly, the past year, probably over 100 times. It's kind of been on my list, and lately it's been being requested a ton again, so I figured we'd take a quick peek at it. I did play for about 5 minutes, get a base idea of what the game is like. Seems interesting. It's kind of like some of the other games we played, almost kind of like Swarm Simulator to an extent from what it seems. But it looks like it's all text, no visuals or anything. But nonetheless, so our first dimension, we have 10 antimatter. We can buy a dimension, basically, that's going to then create antimatter. We're making 1 antimatter a second. The idea is to obviously upgrade this. We've also unlocked the second dimension, and we'll get to kind of what that does here momentarily. Basically, you can see here there's an unlock, or basically until 10. So until you hit 10 first dimensions, basically, it'll cost a total of 80. So we're going to basically just max this out till we can't get that anymore. And again, I'll kind of explain from there. But you can see we're at 6 of these. Bam, 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 and bam. So basically we've completed that. And now it costs 10k for one of those, which is kind of crazy. So we're capped, and it seems like we're kind of locked in right now. But now we can create a second dimension. And what the second dimension is going to do is we're going to buy that. And if you watch this number here, this 10, that's going to go up, meaning we're creating the first dimensions using the second dimension. So we're going to obviously buy that. We can go up to 10 with that. We're going to buy these. So again, Storm Simulator kind of worked the same way. Again, I played like less than 5 minutes, kind of just seeing what it was like. But let's just go up to basically 10 of these as well. And you'll see here in a minute, bam, we now have 10 of these, which is creating the max amount of these possible, which is about 6.5 to, oh, well, it's dropping. Why is it going down so much? Interesting. It seemed like it would have stayed around the same, but nonetheless, we're gonna kind of weigh this out. Also, we have this here. We're getting this much antimatter per second. We can reduce the tick interval by 11%. That's our tick interval. If we click this, you're gonna see that's gonna shoot up a good bit, because the tick speed is much faster. So that's kind of what you want to do. And we're kind of just chilling out to 10k. First of all, I just want to kind of state off, if you guys want to see more of this, please make sure to smack the like button. Let me know in the comments. I know there was quite a big request for it, again, over about the past like year, even maybe a little longer, since I kind of been starting the whole idle thing on the channel. There's been a lot of requests for this game, and I just really never gotten around to it. I don't know really why. I couldn't really answer that for you, but yeah. Anyways, we're getting close to this 10k, and if you could take a wild guess on what 10k is going to do for us. Also, I did test out, if we buy this at 10k, it literally only buys 1 more of these, which is not efficient. So we wouldn't want to do that. We buy this. So wild guess on what this might do is it's going to create more of these, which is then going to entail create more of these, and it's going to compound. And I'm assuming 4 does the same. Although here you can see dimensional shift, we've done 0 of them, requires 24th dimensions. So I'm not really sure what we're going to be expecting out of that. But obviously we're going to save it to that 10k again, and we're going to get another one of these. And again, it seems like you can buy 10 and then the cost goes up each time. But if we pop over here, you can see the achievements for a single dimension. It doesn't actually tell you when you get them, which is almost kind of nice. By a single 4th dimension. So there are 5th dimensions and up, which answers that. Single 7th, single 8th, reach infinity, antimatter. Start with 100 antimatter. So it looks like there's going to be some kind of like ascending of sort. We can also buy cheaper tick speed as well, or better tick speed as well. But I don't think we want to do that till 10k is kind of minimalistic. Because again, now 11% of that is less than what it did. So it took away 110 of our tick speed. But if we did it again, I'm just making assumptions of what makes sense mathematically. That's going to not be quite as effective. And obviously, there's going to be a lot of just idling with this game. It's going to be another game to leave open up in my browser, like Cookie Clicker, for example. And it's just going to stay open for what seems to be ever and take up more space on my computer. You can see we've got this percentage at the bottom here, too, going up. So this looks like a percent to infinity. I'm assuming that's the amount we're at. So if I were to buy this, does that drop it? It does. So I don't know how 8% is, or like 10k is like 1.3% of the way where we want to be, but alright. So only 1 more of these to go, and then I think it's just kind of a long wait, which obviously we'll do off camera. And these will probably be around 10-minute episodes. We're not going to do too much here. But obviously, I don't know if that's exactly what we want to do, save up one of these, because again, we can buy more of these, but it actually only buys one of them. Let's obviously do the tick speed, which again you can see doesn't quite drop as much. It's 100k now, but it'd be 100k to buy 10 more of these, which almost doesn't make sense to me. I don't really see a reason why I'd want to do that. We might try it just for. Probably really shouldn't. Should probably kind of just wait it out. But anyways, it resets the game for a new dimension. Oh, is that what this does? Dimension shift. And then Antimatter Galaxies requires 80th or 8, not 80th, 8 or 80th or oh my god, 88th dimensions. Lose all your previous progress, but get tick speed boost. So I'm assuming both of that. That's kind of what they do. I don't really know what that's gonna do for us. Is that gonna unlock the 5th dimension? So we don't have the 5th dimension unlocked until we do this, and that'll unlock the 5th one, and then probably gonna have to do that the dimensional shift on each one to get all the way through until we get to basically 8 dimensions, which seems like it's the max, and that's probably how this game works. That is probably how this is gonna work. I think we should buy the tick boost, to be honest. The tick speed in the long run is gonna save up some time, and I'm curious what exactly this is gonna do for me. Anything? It gets this up ×2. So is that gonna do anything? First dimension ×4. So it did seem like it was probably worth doing. I just don't know if it increased my production by a lot or not. But it seems like it may have, because we are going up what seems to be a lot faster. We're heading towards that 1 mil sooner than later. And I really don't want to have cuts in this first episode. That's kind of why we're just kind of grinding it out. Again, in future episodes, if we do any, we'll skip around a little bit. But as we can afford our first one, which is then going to, I'm assuming, yeah, create more of these. And we have to get basically 20 of these, which we'll aim for obviously next episode. So this percentage is also slowed down a lot. Yeah. So now, it's just going to compound. You can see how fast we're already moving up. We're already moving up ridiculously fast. And it makes sense to get the first 10 of these. And even 20 by next episode might be a little rough, but not really too sure. Again, these achievements will kind of come in. There is an achievement multiplier, as well as it seems to be secret achievements, which we'll obviously get to, and you guys will probably end up telling me what we're focusing on with that. I actually think maybe grabbing this tick thing might be the best bet for us. Again, the faster the tick, the faster things come in. The less tick speed, basically, the faster things are going to come through. It does look like it's still going to actually take a little while to get all 10 of these. I feel like we should aim for these first 10 this first episode, though. It's 7 more of these. We can chill out for that. We'll take more look at the achievements. Although every time we get to a mill, I got to come back here because buying these right off the bat is going to be, more effective. First of all, I got to say, it's kind of funny that they use some of these, like Supersonic's an achievement, which is kind of funny because it's the Sonic. They got like a Trump meme. It looks like they use a lot of memes and stuff. Actually, all these memes. Yeah, Half-Life confirmed by a single 30. That's funny. They're all memes. All of them. Oop. Get another one. Wow, we are just jumping up drastically. But you think we're gonna have to go through all this? That's gonna be a while. I mean, that's a lot. There's a lot of grinding in this. And again, I'm assuming we don't unlock the next dimension until we do this whole dimension shift. That makes a lot of sense. But cool. So we did that. We've completed that. So now we're basically back up to the top of the thing, which is going to be buying all of these, and then buying these, and then buying these. But you get these multipliers up, which I don't really, like I said, know exactly what it does for us. But it does seem like we started making more when we did it. But anyways, start buying those up. 10 mil for the tick speed might also be worth grabbing before doing all this, but because we can do this at a little bit quicker, we're gonna do it. Again, if this is something you guys are interested in, let me know, because I'm gonna definitely play this one by ear. I know these text-based games are either hit or miss, but just with the amount of kind of requests for this one, I figured it would do fairly decent. And now it looks like it's a big grind here. Although, actually, that's weird because we can get that for 10 mil too. Oh, that's only one of them though. So it's gonna be here. And then probably here, and here. I don't know. It's kind of weird the way it's gonna break down. We'll have to kind of see. Again, we do want the tick cost before we do anything. I'm trying to think. That's gotta be kind of it for now. Preview for the next update. Loot boxes. Wait, is that for this? Are they updating this game still? It's funny. I just actually the day recording, I actually. Little spoiler alert, finished loot box quest. We finished that up finally. I guess we'll buy these. Again, it only buys like one, so I don't know what that's gonna do for me. But there's a lot of achievements, that's for sure. There is a lot of achievements. But nonetheless, I'll have a link down in the description to this game for anyone who's interested in it. Seems like a fairly fun one. I'd like to finish this up before we end the episode here. Just get this up to the next multiplier. I want to kind of pay attention to what happens in the last one. That's kind of the next goal for this episode. And then I guess I'm just going to let it idle for probably a long time, you know, well overnight, possibly through the whole next day. So let's do this one. All right, so we're right now making 3.5 basically. Yeah, wow. That add up from 3.5, it almost doubled my production. So now these cost the same. So now you'd kind of be an argument which one you'd go for here. But obviously we save up for the 1 billion and we work through that. And I get it. It makes sense. And again, I'm 99% sure right off the bat that this unlocks the next dimensional shift because for a new dimension. I mean, that's got to be how it is. And it's got to work that way down probably till 8 dimensions. And then you do the galaxy reset, which gives you more tick speed, probably making this interval time less maybe. Maybe 100 million too. But anyways, that's going to be it for this episode, guys. Once again, if you guys did enjoy, please smack the like button, guys. Kind of depending on the support of this video will kind of depend on, first of all, the whole series as a whole, how long we go with it. But secondly, kind of how often I upload it, because it seems like this game, you could probably play it a decent bit a day if you let it sit for a couple hours, at least at this point in the game. I don't know how slow it'll get later on, but the only other upgrade I plan to probably buy off camera is going to be this tick boost, and I'll just let it chill. I'm not going to buy anything else. But yeah, anyways, guys, I will catch you guys in the next episode. Peace!